Hello, this is your grandma speaking. I'm here today to answer the questions which the grandbabies be writing in and wanting to know. So here we go. Here are all the questions. Number 1, how do you pickle Republicans? Baby, I don't know, but I sure wish we could figure out so we could stop them. I mean, look at that Donald Trump, he's ready to die. Look at that Mitch McConnell, turtle man. Oh, so many of them. They be pickling them so they can last longer. Gots to get rid of them. They're no good. They're rotten. Rotten pickles spoil the classics. Oh, I'm telling you right now, it's just bad. It's bad. So if you find out, you let me know, all right? Now to question number 2. Now, where is Roberta? I don't even know how to say that name. I think it's Roberta. Interesting spelling. Golf Waffle. Well, honey, I don't know where Roberta Golf Waffle is, 'cause I don't know this woman. So I was going to have to tell you, I'm sorry I don't know, but you know what? You should form a general defense committee in your community. And you should get your community organized in your neighborhood, in your world. And look for Roberta. She could be in trouble. She could need your help. Don't trust the police. No. Just do it yourself. It's so much easier, so much better. All right? All right. Bye-bye. Question number 3. Where is Roberta? Oh, no, that's question number 1. Granny needs to update her prescription. Question number 3. Did Roberta hide the mystery mobile? Well, I don't know, 'cause I don't know Roberta. I think that's that Mrs. Golf Waffle, and I think you need to talk about her, 'cause she might be in danger, but she might have committed grand theft auto if she hid the mystery mobile. Don't get the police involved. They won't do anything anyway. They'll just abuse their power and beat up black people. And we don't want none of that. All right? All right. Now, Granny loves you. Bye-bye. Question number 4. Why are Shaggy and Scooby-Doo so hungry all the time? Well, Granny can answer that question. Shaggy, in the Scooby-Doo, Shaggy was a teenage boy. And you know them teenage boys, them teenage girls, them teenagers in general, they get hungry. They get hungry. And they want the food. And Scooby was a dog. I'm pretty sure Scooby was a Great Dane, and they big dogs. You know how they get so big? They eat everything. Granny had a Great Dane once when she was a child, and you know what she did? She rode that little doggy like one of those ponies called. Oh, the miniature ponies. Well, she rode the doggy like... Question number 5. Does Granny use the devil's lettuce? No, Granny knows the devil. She was around when he was. But no, Granny uses the lettuce made by her dear friend Moses. I was around with Moses. He was a good man. He made a few mistakes here and there as is human, and everybody makes mistakes, but nobody knows that Moses was a good gardener. And so Granny has the original recipe to make lettuce that Moses taught her. Moses taught me just about everything I know about gardening. And that man can garden. He can. So, if you're lucky, I'll teach you how to make Moses lettuce in the garden with the original recipe from Moses. All right. Now, does Granny know Medea? I know Medea. You spelled it wrong, but I know her. Ooh, I was there when that play was written. And I know exactly what happened and how I was there when it happened, and I was the one who inspired the play to be written. I know her. I knew Medea. She's one of my good girlfriends, and I told Euripides, the Greek playwright, I told him to write about her story. He didn't do it the way I thought he should, but he did it. Now, the next question goes into, does Granny have any stories with Medea? I knew Medea, and she was special. But she was an angry woman. And I'll tell you the story about the time when she and I were planning this extra special anniversary for Jason and her. Jason, her husband. Oh, King of Corinth, Prince of Corinth. Oh, my Lord. Well, let me tell you, he was something else, and he was late to the anniversary party that we planned. And Medea didn't like that. She was angry. Ooh. She was so mad that she told me she was going to poison the entire staff of his staff and his servants because it was their fault he was late because they forgot to put it on his calendar. And I couldn't believe it. So I just told her, I said, you know what you do? You just put a little grease under his chariot in the morning and he'll figure things out, 'cause he'll be slip-sliding every which way along. If it weren't for me, she'd have probably killed them all. And let me tell you, she did eventually, 'cause I was on vacation in Athens at the time. And I came back and I heard, and oh Lord, it was a mess. It was a mess. I couldn't talk her out about what she was gonna do, 'cause I wasn't there when it first happened, when Jason said, oh, here's my new wife, blah, blah, blah. I couldn't help her 'cause I was in Athens on vacation. A girl's got to have a vacation every now and then, all right? But yes, I knew Medea. I knew her so well. Oh, I knew her. Yes. Everybody knew everybody back then, though. Yeah. Next question. Did Granny have any gay friends when she was growing up? Yes, Granny had lots of gay friends. Granny loves the gays, the straights, the trans, all of them. And Granny had lots of gay friends. Granny will tell you a secret, 'cause she's not around anymore. Granny knew Ruth. You know the story, Naomi and Ruth from the Bible. Ruth gave birth to the line of David and all of that stuff. Without that, Ruth and Boaz. Ruth was head over. She married Naomi's son, and then he died, and then she was happy. She was happy because she was head over heels for Naomi. And she just stayed with Naomi as long as she would let her. That's why Naomi had this plan. It wasn't because they was poor and she needed the foods. It was because Ruth wouldn't let her out of her sight. She was She was so smitten. So she had this plan to set old Ruth up with Boaz. And it worked. But let me tell you, Boaz was into some kinky stuff, let me tell you. But that's for another story. And another gay that Granny knew. Oh, Granny knew so many royals back in the day. Ooh, David and Jonathan, oh, Lord, were they gay for each other, and they loved each other so much, and I think that's why David had so many extramarital affairs. He couldn't find any pleasure after Jonathan. And I don't blame him. Jonathan was amazing. He was such a sweetie. Yeah, Granny even knew some trans people, but nobody knows that they was trans because it's not written down in history like it should. Granny knew Joseph. And Joseph had a little princess dress. He was probably non-binary, you know, that one. But Joseph, the dress, it wasn't a robe. It was a princess dress, all right? Let's get that clear. And his daddy was a little fitting boy himself, and that was written down. It's in the Bible. He was a little girly man. And that's the truth. Now, Granny even knew Deborah, Judge Deborah. Ooh, that woman was feisty, but she was non-binary, and there's nothing you can say about that. She was just as good as any man, just as feisty as any woman. Now, to answer your question, yes. I had lots of gay friends, all kinds of friends in the LGBT, XYZ, LGBTQIA, LMNOP community. Let me tell you a little secret. Granny's one of them. Granny's got the LGBT inside of her. Yeah. And that's okay. That is okay. Do you have any advice on how to stay occupied during quarantine? Yes, do all the things you say you're going to do, but you never do. And do that outside of quarantine, too. And just live your life. Read some books. Celebrate the people you love. Call them on the telephone. Do all the things. Just do them all. And write letters and just celebrate the people, like I said. And you can sew or teach yourself how to sew. Teach yourself a new hobby. Play hide the spatula. That's a good game. That's a good game. You take the spatula and you hide it somewhere. Keep them occupied for hours. And don't you get any dirty ideas from Granny now. I'm not talking about some nastiness. This is Granny. Granny's had enough of that. Nastiness. Don't be thinking, and I know you are. I know you are. And you need to stop it, you little nasties. Just do things. Form a quilting circle with your friends. Do all the things that you can do. Because you're going to be in it a while. And if you're feeling especially generous, donate to Granny. Send Granny some money. Granny's only on the Granny's old, and she's on the Social Securities, and it'd be nice to have a little money. You know how them Social Securities are. Now, last question. Does Granny eat peanut butter with her chili? That does not sound appealing. But the weird thing is, it sounds like it might be appealing to put some peanuts in the chili. Granny might try that sometime. That sounds good. Granny loves spicy food. She loves it. Granny loves it. So I might put some peanuts in my chili, but I don't think I want peanut butter in my chili. It just does not sound appealing. But if that's what you like, that's all right. All right, Granny loves you.